Hello everyone, this is Tripti. Welcome to the second episode of the series Tomie, where I narrate the plot of this popular manga. The video regarding chapter 1 is already out. If you are new here, I'll suggest you to watch the previous one for better understanding. You can check out the link in the pinned comment. As every chapter may have different flow, rebirth, and death, one may feel there are no connection between them. But the only common thing is Tomie, who appears to be more attractive yet dangerous. Gradually, the manga comes to an end. Without wasting any further seconds, let's head to the story. A mysterious man seemed to jump over a wall to escape. It was Mr. Takagi who brutally directed the murder of Tomie to hide her pregnancy. Two doctors were conversing on him. They were ashamed of this situation that such disturbed patient escaped from asylum. The impact of Tomie's trauma was vigorous. They assumed that Tomie's killer might be Takagi, or he might be a mere eyewitness of the crime, as he always mumbled about seeing Tomie's ghost. The math teacher sometimes insisted that she was never a normal human being as she came back after getting minced by a knife. In the next scene, a woman was seen standing in front of a hospital named Morita. A nurse was heading to room number 201 assigned for Yukiko Mio, taking some apples in hand. A boy came to visit her, to whom Yukiko offered the slices of apple as she kept getting them as gifts but couldn't eat them for strict diet. The visitor's name was Tadashi. She told him that she wanted to go back to a normal school life again and to be with him. They were lovers. Tadashi claimed her sooner recovery too. Yukiko revealed that a kidney transplant would be a solution for her health hazard. She was just waiting for a donor. The boy told her that he could give his kidney to her, but it was impossible because their blood group was mismatched. Hearing this, she thanked him for being kind. Then Tadashi got up to leave already. He thanked her for the apples and left. Yukiko found him insincere in recent times. She peeped out from the window and found another woman approaching him. As a reader, we can recognize this character easily by that mole under her left eye. It's Tomie. Yukiko wondered who that woman was. Additionally, she felt insecure about her own looks, seeing that girl's pretty appearance. 2 days later, that girl came to meet Yuki. The girl asked Yuki if she was Yukiko. She introduced herself as Reiko Mizutani. But wait, I have heard this name before. Right, Reiko, the best friend of Tomie with whom we met in the previous chapter. In that chapter, we saw Tomie found her again. Maybe Tomie had taken authority over Reiko's body, and now she appeared taking Reiko's name. Okay, let's come back to the story. Next, the girl said that she wanted to talk with Yukiko. She came straight to the point that she wanted Yuki to stop seeing Tadashi. She also advised to keep away from him for his own good. Yukiko seemed hopeless and called her selfish and absurd. But Tomie showed her attitude and told Yuki to keep an eye on mirror to look at her face and called Yuki absurd instead for having mousy aspirations of becoming girlfriend of Tadashi. Tomie manipulated Yuki by saying that Tadashi wanted to get rid of her for a long time because of her total dependency on him and he had no other choice but to accompany her. She playfully declared that he told her what a relief it would be if she would die. Yukiko told her that she was lying, but Tomie, who introduced herself as Reiko, confronted that they were in love with each other. Reiko's anger and frustration reached to its bound, and she threw her plushie towards her and told her to get out of there. Tomie threatened Yuki about her action. Then Yuki told the nurse to get her out of this place. Nurse told Tomie to leave immediately, but she kept an eye on Yuki while leaving. That gaze was so prominent, with the intention of getting Tadashi at any cost, that it made Yuki to doubt his loyalty towards her. The next day, Tadashi came to visit Yukiko, but she lied, facing away from Tadashi. He told Yuki to look at him. Keeping that position, she asked if he loved Reiko, who came to visit her. He didn't say anything. She added that he didn't have to visit her anymore and bade him goodbye. The night drew near. A nurse informed the doctor that condition of patient in 201 is deteriorating. It was Yukiko. Her kidney problem slowly turned into uremia. They prepared her for dialysis treatment immediately. She was under a strict diet, but she must have snuck in some salted senbei at night. The doctor sensed. Just like a hopeless lover, Yuki said that she was prepared to face death. On the other hand, Tadashi and Tomie went for dining out. He was sweating all over, so Tomie asked what was wrong with him. Then Tadashi told her about Reiko's meeting with her. Tomie accepted the fact that she met her earlier and praised about her sweetness. She added that Yuki told her about her own dreams, goals, but we know she didn't at all. Most of the time, she seemed concerned about Tadashi. Again, Tomie's manipulation started. She told Tadashi that Yukiko seemed to have rooted for the doctor's charm. Tomie, as Reiko, added that Yuki had a blissful look in her eyes, but Tadashi seemed to get hints about Tomie's manipulation. He said that it seemed like she was playing a game. That's all made up words. He also added that he knew Yuki. She would never cheat on him. While they were walking, suddenly she stopped in front of a jewelry shop and kept looking at pretty little earrings. She asked Tadashi if he could afford them. He got frustrated for her continuous desires of buying jewelries. He said that he couldn't ask his parents for money frequently as he had not any valid reasons or explanations. Also, he is a student, so he had no bank vault. Then she said that fine, she would look for a rich guy. As soon as she turned back to go, Tadashi called her by her name, Reiko, as she introduced. Then, moment of truth. She seemed confused and asked him who was Reiko. She asked again if he was talking to her. Her name was not Reiko. Tadashi thought in mind even her name was a lie. He felt like he had fallen for a degenerative woman. He remembered that he met her at a sea beach first. He had an abnormal urge since he met her. And in my opinion, it was the same beach where Tomie found Reiko again in the previous chapter. Maybe he met Tomie at that very time when she occupied Reiko's body and used her name. It was more stranger to think it because Tadashi vividly remembered a news from 2 years back where he saw the same girl to be declared murdered, who is just a lookalike of Reiko he met at beach. He also thought that he might have fallen for her because he had a curiosity about the girl. A degenerative girl. He felt like he must stop seeing her because he was just getting crazy thinking about it. Next, he thought that he would apologize to Yuki, so he should visit the hospital. He didn't even know why he behaved unfaithfully towards her. He was sure about the fact that she would forgive him if he made everything clear to her. He was walking through an alley and suddenly Tomie appeared from nowhere. Tadashi got scared from that unexpected appearance. Tomie laughed hysterically, saying if she scared him. Next, she said that she was just joking and now she didn't care about the earrings but her feelings. Looking straight into his eyes, she proposed him and hugged him. He responded too. He felt that she was kind of irresistible. In that dark lane under a street lamp leaning on his shoulder, Tomie Akareiko told him to say something. He was so quiet for a long time. Tadashi slipped his hand into his pocket and found a knife. His eyes got widened, knowing his intentions. He turned back and attacked without any warning. An ambulance came with hurry and her body was carried with a stretcher. The knife was totally stabbed inside her forehead till bolster. The doctor checked her condition immediately and maybe the close call was of no use. She was already dead. The doctor asked the detective if he caught the murderer. The detective caught him red-handed, he revealed. The murderer, Tadashi, went for an inspection. Meanwhile, in police station, Tadashi was asked about the reason of committing this murder at this little age. He said that he didn't know. The inspector insisted him to give a valid reason. He said that he didn't even know why he did that. The moment he saw her, he just wanted to kill her. He just wanted to dismantle her. He asked if it was strange, if he was the only one who had these urges, and this was why he killed her. Also, the inspector caught him before he could cut her up. The doctor needed an advice of the detective. When the detective asked for it, the doctor told him that there was a patient with critical condition whose blood type matches with the victim. The patient they were talking about was Yukiko for sure. But the detective said that they needed consent from the victim's family to do it. They didn't know her whereabouts. No one came to claim her body too. Suddenly, a nurse came and told them that the victim's father was there. She let him enter the room. The detective moved the sheet from her face and showed him, asking if she was his daughter. There was a confused yet victorious glimpse on his face, and he agreed it. He kind of tried to show sympathy towards his daughter, calling her Hanako, but we knew that she introduced herself as Reiko. Is the man telling a lie? Then the detective asked his name. He said that his name was Takagi, the killer of Tomie and the teacher from the previous episode. Seeing her in deathbed, he felt kind of relieved and he couldn't express his emotions as he introduced himself as her father. Then the director of the hospital proposed him for the transplant. Takagi, without being hesitant, requested them to have her kidney. He also added that it might be a right decision for her. Maybe he thought that Tomie's life would already had ended for that act. So he let them do it, and they must. Then he disappeared immediately, leaving the body behind, and the operation began. The case of murder was closed too. The nurse asked Yuki how she felt now after operation. She was all right, she claimed. The nurse added that she might be a guardian angel so she survived because of the donor. Yuki requested her to tell her the donor's name. She wanted to thank her. The nurse seemed hesitant, but she didn't say anything as the donor was already dead. She thought that Yuki might freak out. The nurse insisted her to eat something as she didn't have had anything since operation, but Yuki said that she was already full. The nurse checked her belly and it was swollen so big that it looked like she had a big meal, but it wasn't possible. Suddenly, Yuki's eyes got widened because of sudden pain. It was hurting very bad. The nurse informed the doctor and he rushed into the x ray room. He said that she was all right. How on earth her stomach bulged like that? The other nurse told the doctor that she just fainted. Looking at the x ray screen, they got shocked. The doctors could see limbs growing out of the kidney he transplanted, and one of the appendages has entered the stomach. That was a human skull inside her belly. The doctors didn't even know how to explain this phenomena. They wondered if they implanted a fetus instead of kidney. They decided to operate her again. They wished the X-ray machine was faulty. If it's not, they wished what they saw was just a nightmare. As soon as they cut her belly open, they saw a head and the left eye. There was a mole under there. Suddenly, the head burst out of the belly, drenched in blood, and screamed, "My name is Tomie." And with this, the second chapter comes to an end. To be honest, this chapter was creepy. In this video, we were introduced with a couple, Tadashi and Yukiko. Tomie did everything to ruin their relationship, and she was kind of successful too. But why did she do that? In my opinion, when she was the real or original Tomie, she was in love with Takagi and Yamamoto both. But their relationship didn't work. Maybe both of them promised her to keep it, but they failed, especially Mr. Takagi. He was a grown man, but she was just a teenager. And what was the ending? She was brutally murdered. I guess that's why she wanted to ruin any healthy relationship around by regenerating again and again. We will find out more of this in the next episodes. Till then, stay tuned, and if you like this video, do like, share and comment, and don't forget to subscribe for the next updates. Thanks for watching.